Mesotherapy, the gentle medicine. The essence of mesotherapy are tiny needles. They help to cure dozens of health issues and diseases nearly painlessly, applied correctly without any serious risks or side effects. Mesotherapy follows Dr. Pistor's guiding principle to perform the treatment exactly where it's needed. This means using small amounts of targeted medication, seldom, and by passing the dermal barrier, we reach the conjunctive tissue, muscles, and joints. The small needles inject various active ingredients into different layers of the skin. Mesotherapy works on acute and chronic illness, as well as in aesthetic medicine. The French physician Dr. Michel Pistor founded the mesotherapy technique. For more than 50 years, the method has been used in France and many other countries successfully. Pistor recognized the most important advantage in mesotherapy. Small doses of medication safeguard the patient's organism. It's also effective in the treatment of painful scars following surgery years ago. How does the method work? First of all, a microsyringe glides softly along the skin surface. In a second application, the doctor penetrates the skin on a few selected points. The active solution we inject is able to improve the quality of the skin and the scar tissue, but also helps to prevent the development of hip arthrosis in this young patient. The principle of mesotherapy is the same for all kinds of application. For example, in the case of painful osteoarthritis due to an inflammation of one or several joints. At the beginning of the session, the needle performs linear micro-scratches to open the skin barrier and allow the product to penetrate. The liquid spreads via diffusion, guaranteeing a long-lasting effect. The solution is then injected directly into the middle and deep skin layers. Thanks to this technique, the active ingredients immediately reach the damaged area and help to fight inflammation. Step by step, pain and discomfort will diminish. Mesotherapy can be used for a multitude of diseases and in the field of medical anti-aging and aesthetics. For example, in the treatment of cellulite. Here, the doctor works with electronic injectors. This guarantees a standard application in quantity and injection mode. The drops can often be seen lying on the surface. This application mode is correct because the skin will absorb them like a sponge. It provides a long-term efficiency. In the vast field of minimal invasive aesthetics, mesotherapy is becoming more and more important, adding new, glamorous, healthy looks to the usual beauty strategies. Mesolift helps to regenerate the skin. Active ingredients are hyalurone, vitamins, and herbal extracts. After a few sessions, the skin looks much more radiant and younger. The difference with our minimal invasive medical intervention compared to the use of external care products lies in the depth of the skin layers it reaches. The cosmetic meso solutions are introduced beneath the basal membrane, where creams rarely work. Another focus is the treatment of back and neck pain. The physician injects tiny amounts of individually combined medicaments like local anesthetics, non-steroidal anti-rheumatics or muscle relaxants directly to the area of pain without affecting the gastrointestinal system or the bloodstream. In acute cases, we start with one session weekly. In chronic disease, which needs long-term treatment, we prolong to one session monthly to maintain the achieved improvements. Mesotherapy is also able to fight against hair loss in both genders. It's a good option in 90% of all kinds of hair loss. The treatment targets the affected areas on the scalp. The sooner you start with it, the better, before the hair bulbs get damaged irreversibly and cannot be revitalized anymore. Once again, cocktails of micronutrients and plant extracts are used to regenerate and rebuild atrophic or sleeping hair roots. Mesotherapy also helps those who want to give up smoking. This is especially important in the first days of treatment when the withdrawal symptoms are worst. Mesotherapy to stop smoking is a unique treatment which consists in injecting specific natural medicines into acupuncture addiction points. This leads to an immediate disgust of cigarettes. The aim is to abandon smoking permanently and to avoid suffering due to craving. The small needles can also be used preventively to effectively balance the immune system in case of hay fever or inflammation. We have decades of positive results using this kind of non-specific micro-vaccination. Mesotherapy works just as well in fighting pollinosis as in avoiding recurring colds. Consequently, less medicaments like antibiotics are needed and time off work decreases. Mesotherapy is a gentle medicine with an excellent risk-benefit ratio, results-oriented and applicable in a huge number of daily medical complaints. It meets the needs of both patients and practitioners, as it is pragmatical and affordable. Although mesotherapy is a minimal invasive method, limits and non-indications must be obeyed. Because of this, its practice requires an adequate training and is exclusively permitted for use by doctors, nurse practitioners and naturopaths. The German Mesotherapy Society is a benevolent association for research and propagation of mesotherapy.